That's boxing at its finest right there. You heard it. They said it. They said that everything on the line. You know, that's old school right there. That's everything on the line. I just know that he's not the same person that we seen the last time we seen him in the ring.
If I get who I need him to be, he's gonna sleep for sure. Soften him up, then fry him.
When they watch us in here working, they saying we going bang, 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 bang. There you go. Good. There you go. When he get in that ring, he's on a mission. Because he understands that he got to put his pants on, training wheels going. You got what you for. Let's get it now. It's going down. Good work, good work. He ain't playing with nobody. You step in that ring with him, be prepared.
The excitement surrounding Gervonta Davis's return continues to grow as he trains again with Calvin Ford, who believes Davis is mentally stronger and could return to the ring with even greater focus, intensity, and determination after a major fight experience.
You know what I'm saying? This fight might bring that beast back. You always talk about, I don't want to do certain things because I need my beast to be in, you know, and being around him, he's at a good place right now, a great place.
Joe Rogan, meanwhile, characterizes Davis as a patient puncher who gradually weakens opponents before unleashing a devastating blow. Rogan contends that Davis has great faith in his striking skills and that all can be changed with only one clear opening.
I think he's one of the most interesting fighters to watch because he's so different. His style is so different. You know, he's so economical. Like, he puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches, and then starts to figure holes out, and the way he can explode and move in with one shot, my God.
Yeah, he's very explosive. He's very explosive, and, you know, man, he be cracking them dudes. Hey, he be putting them to sleep.
Just cracking people.
Yeah.
And he has so much confidence in his power.
Oscar de la Hoya, however, commends Davis for his professionalism and commitment when he is psychologically focused. De la Hoya thinks that one of the key reasons Davis is still such a dangerous force in boxing is his dedication and preparation before contests.
Foremost, he's a very nice human being. I really like him as a fighter, as a person. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, I mean, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that square.
Continuing the discussion, Roy Jones Jr. feels that when Davis is intellectually sharp and fully devoted, he achieves a higher level. He contends that diversions from the sport cause many viewers to ignore Davis's overall boxing prowess, but he cautions that a completely focused Davis can cause major issues for anyone in the division.
Discipline got his mind on right. Tank's a problem for anybody. Tank can fight better than most people think he can. Just that sometimes his outside antics get the better of him, and it make people think less of him, but don't underestimate Tank Davis. If Tank is motivated and ready to fight, Tank is a problem for him. And now Shakur wins it because of his discipline, because he showed against Teofimo that he can stay very disciplined all night. And he's the type of guy, he don't really do a lot of crazy stuff in his life normally, so it's like discipline is a thing that is not only exercised inside the ring, it's exercised also outside the ring. And as we see, sometimes Gervonta has problems with discipline, but we have never seen Shakur have problems with discipline. We've seen him be more disciplined at the right times than we've seen him not have discipline. So with the fight being like it is right now, I would lean towards Shakur because of his discipline, but don't get it twisted. If somebody could beat him, Tank Davis would be that person because of his intent.
Given Stevenson's consistency and control both inside and outside the ring, Roy Jones Jr. is inclined to side with Stevenson in a prospective battle with Davis. Jones, meanwhile, continues to think that Davis's explosiveness, instincts, and natural talent make him the only fighter who can alter the course of the fight.
He's the better boxer.
Yeah.
He's that's why I always make this. He would make the fight boring just to win.
Right. Yeah, I think you would too.
Dude, I want to put Youngin in that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't make sense. Because fans come to see what? A fight.
If you really think about the style matchup between these two, you got one of the best defensive fighters, if not the best defensive fighter in the game. And you got one of the most accurate fighters, power punches in the game as well. But you have one that throws less punches. He probably had many of these top guys at 135 pounds. He throws the least amount of punches. You got a guy like Shakur who showed you that he has offense. I think stylistically would favor Shakur, based upon his defense and his offense now. Yes. But again, all the way locked in, all it takes is one. Take. And if he lands that one, man, it could, I don't know, it could be bad for Shakur, it could be not. Maybe Shakur takes it. We really haven't seen Shakur get hit with something that, that really got his attention, or changed.
Calvin Ford, on the other hand, recognizes Stevenson's boxing prowess and thinks that in a bout with Davis, Stevenson would probably prefer control and prudence. According to Ford, this kind of technique can produce a totally different matchup than what many people anticipate. Timothy Bradley favors Shakur Stevenson over Gervonta Davis because of Stevenson's composure, distance control, and boxing skills, but he also warned that Davis can end the fight with one powerful punch. Timothy Bradley believes Shakur Stevenson would have the advantage over Gervonta Davis due to his discipline, focus, and technical boxing skills.
If he does happen to face Gervonta, how do you see that fight playing out?
If Gervonta is all the way locked in, I personally think that Gervonta Davis is 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You can't be with 1 foot in and 1 foot out type of fighter. I think Gervonta Davis is looking for a big payday and then he's going to sell off. So if that Gervonta Davis get in the ring with Shakur, I got Shakur all day, 7 days a week.
Shakur is the better chess master, the better thinker. Tank is the better animal. Tank more like naturally, like his reaction time is countering his ability, agility, speed and power all mixed together. He more of an animal. Shakur more, I'm gonna show you this, but then show you that. And you thought you saw that, but then no, it was this, and then, He's the trickery guy. He like the 3-card Molly guy, like which hand is it? He crafty.
Greg Hackett views Shakur Stevenson as the more technical fighter, while Bernard Hopkins believes Gervonta Davis is dangerous because of his explosive style and ability to punish small mistakes.
Tank carries the power. He's sneaky. Explosive. You think you're doing something, and he rides off that overconfident. Where now he recognized this old school.
He's so interesting
Baltimore, Maryland. He's so old school. You know what old school is?
Yeah.
Anybody that's throwing punches is open to get hit. Anybody and everybody that throw punches, you leave an opportunity. It's who get there first.
From a technical basis, he is so complete. He can go get you. He could go inside. He could go outside. He could use the ring, which he does often, and he can counterpunch. He can do so many things. He can time you. He can go to the body and the head, of course. And, and he finishes.
When it comes to the technical aspects of the fight, Teddy Atlas believes that Davis is one of the most complete fighters in the sport due to his versatility. Atlas thinks Davis can manage space, take advantage of opportunities to finish the fight, and break opponents down from various positions. Teddy Atlas believes Gervonta Davis separates himself with his composure, discipline, and ring intelligence, allowing him to stay dangerous without losing control during exchanges.
The greatest responsibility is to never let the game get ahead of you. Never get outside the game. Never get outside the game. And he never lets the game, he being Davis, never lets it get away from him. Never lets it get ahead of him. He stays contained. He stays controlled. He won't go in there, even when he's being aggressive. He's taking little steps because he's all along the way. He's aggressively cautious. Aggressively cautious, where he understands the domain that he's in. There's never a moment where you don't understand. He's cerebral, I guess is what I'm saying. He's cerebral inside that.
I think Tank, at this point, he's unbeatable at the lightweight division against any of the world champions. I think he's the top guy right now at that division. He had a great performance. He has his timing, his power, accuracy, everything's great, man. He's the perfect fighter right now.
The fact that Robert Garcia views Davis as the best fighter in the sport due to his level of completion inside the ring adds even more intrigue. According to Garcia, Davis is one of the most dangerous fighters in boxing today because he mixes precise timing, knockout power, and crisp timing. Eddie Hearn, on the other hand, thinks Stevenson is one of the few boxers who can seriously challenge Davis, and he believes the fight would be one of the biggest events in boxing. Leonard Ellerby, on the other hand, vehemently disagrees, claiming Davis still has too much to overcome and controls bouts on his own terms.
Tank against Shakur is one of the biggest fights in the sport. I think Tank is so exceptional. It's going to take someone as good as Shakur to give him a real fight, and I love that fight. I love that.
What? Shakur can't beat Tank.
I disagree.
He beat all the other fighters.
I disagree.
He can't. Tank.
I disagree.
Tank
loses rounds.
Tank decides to do what he wants to in certain fights.
Me and you can have a big bet on that fight.
Most definitely.
I think Shakur's the man to beat him.
Shakur cannot. Tank, he's a very good fighter. A lot of respect for him, what he's done in the ring. Got a good team around him, but he can't. Tank. Can't beat Tank.
I disagree with you.
Ain't that because that's your man and you don't like Tank?
No. Hey, like I said, I respect Tank. Boxing, he's one of the ones.
Yeah.
we gonna take his personality and personal things out of it. But boxing, he's definitely talented.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And yeah, he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur is a different fighter. You know, Shakur is different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they said the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else.
Terrence Crawford, who is analyzing the fight, recognizes Davis as one of boxing's best fighters, but he yet supports Stevenson due to Stevenson's capacity for space control and attack neutralization. According to Crawford, Davis would be forced into a far more difficult battle than he typically encounters due to Stevenson's style.
I said everybody thinks that Tank is gonna go in there and just knock out Shakur. It's gonna
That's not gonna happen.
But it didn't take. It shouldn't have taken this fight for people to realize.
Yeah.
Right.
I knew that too. But yeah,
Shakur is a defensive specialist.
And I've been saying this for a long time. If you pay attention to how Tank would react whenever Shakur's name came up, I was like, yo, it's something that Tank knows that most people don't know or understand. There's something that he sees in Shakur. It could be the fact that Shakur was a 2016 silver medalist. You know,
he's got a lot to do with it.
He's that, you know, the silver child of the country, and you know, there's no telling. But this is what I've always known. It ain't just a big straight left or a big right hook coming from Tank that's going to end that night. That night is going to be the most strategical you've seen both these guys ever be in a fight.
Sean Porter believes a fight between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis would be more strategic and technical than many expect because of Stevenson's discipline and ring intelligence. Sean Porter believes Shakur Stevenson's ring control and awareness could create a difficult challenge for Gervonta Davis. But he also says elite opponents often push great fighters like Davis to elevate their performance to another level.
When you get in there with Shakur, it's going to remind me of Deontay Wilder fighting Tyson Fury.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because what you going to do when you come across a motherfucker can't knock out?
Yeah.
Only thing you going to do is just get more frustrated.
That's a terrible analogy.
I'm just saying.
Only reason why I'm saying this is a terrible analogy is because Tank Davis. Remember, you've heard Coach Cal say this all the time. He says the same thing. I don't know exactly what he means. We just waiting on somebody to pull it out of him. You ever hear him say that?
Yeah, yeah.
We got so much. It's just we ain't been able to show it because ain't nobody been able to pull it out of him. We looking forward to the big fights. We looking forward to the big matchups because those are the kind of people that's gonna pull it out of him. So with a fight with Shakur, you're gonna see this boxing style that you don't usually get from Tank.
Tank, that's like my ride and die. I like guys that get people in trouble and knock them out. So I'm always riding with Tank. It will be a spectacular bout. I mean, you have the age-old puncher versus boxer at its best. Now, if Tank allows Shakur to get ahead too far, then he might not be able to catch up to him. On the flip side of that, if Tank gets in there and Shakur makes a mistake, it only takes one for the lights to be out. So I'm waiting to see it. I want to see it, and I'm looking forward to it.
The excitement surrounding Long's return continues to grow as he works behind the scenes with Gervonta Davis. Many fans believe the next stage of Davis's career could finally deliver the high-level fights they have been waiting for, especially with potential matchups against elite names like Shakur Stevenson gaining attention. If those fights happen, Davis may have the chance to showcase even more of his skills and prove he remains one of boxing's most dangerous fighters. What do you think? Can Davis still prove he belongs at the top of the sport when the biggest challenges arrive? For more boxing analysis and behind-the-scenes content, remember to like, comment, and subscribe.